Hello, and thank you for joining me here at a humble Highland home. I have spoken previously about amending growing areas in our very rocky ground, and today I thought I would invite you along as I plant another of our blueberry bushes. We have done a lot of taking apart in the garden, and this is now the fun and the creative part of being able to give something back and watching our vision come to life. I like to use as many of our own natural materials as I can. So I am foraging for some old decaying logs for me to use in the garden today. Last year I experimented by growing directly into a thick layer of growing medium and homemade compost in the style of no dig. I made lots of environmental observations and I learnt a lot from this. However, I plan to do things a little differently this year as part of our developments and reconstruction. In this garden, the soil is incredibly rocky, with the occasional boulder just to make things interesting. If I'm going to be able to plant the things that I would like to and work with what I have, I need to be able to amend the growing areas and remove the largest of the boulders. No dig is not going to work here at the moment, but it is something that I will plan in once I have done the amendments. Another part of my preparations is mixing up some backfill, which consists of some ericaceous compost, some of our more aged wood chip, and some of our own compost, which has got a mixture of browns, greens, wood ash and seaweed. And I'll also add some extra leaves from the leaf mould pile. And I will use this as a backfill once the larger stones have been removed. Blueberries love acidic soils, so ericaceous compost is absolutely perfect for them. So I've saved some ericaceous compost to surround the root ball once I plant the blueberry in its final place. I have based this on the Hügelkultur concept of growing, and I've used this many times before for adding lots of organic matter. I've used it to fill raised beds and amend different soil types in the past. I even used it for the raised beds area in the greenhouse. The main tools I will be using today is my pick mattock and the digging bar. These have been incredibly useful of late, as you can tell by the big pile of stones. So this is the area that I'm going to be working on today. It's important to me that works like this are kept manageable, so I just do a little bit at a time. I do things at my own pace and I listen to my gut instinct of what feels right to me. Found a friendly little earthworm here, so I'm going to move him out of harm's way into his new home. I haven't done a pH test in the garden, however I know that the ground is very acidic, with clay in some areas. I can test this by squeezing some soil and it can hold together. I can also feel some grit and sand particles, which will be good for some drainage. So that's a good way to start. If you are unsure, however, I would highly recommend doing a pH test, which you can get from local garden centres. Doesn't take long before I come across them rocks, and I need a wee hand from my trusted digging bar. This is my kind of green gym. This is a perfect way to work yourself fit. Just be mindful of your own capabilities though. All these stones will find other homes on the property, as we've got lots of uses for them, so they won't go to waste. Only removed the stones and the soil that I need to in preparation for backfilling and planting the blueberry bush. I add in the decomposing logs that I've just cut up and some organic humus, leaves and twigs. I put a base layer of the ericaceous compost. Before adding the mixture that I made up earlier, just to get it to the right height. I make sure that the root ball of the blueberry bush is completely surrounded by the ericaceous compost before backfilling with the organic mixture that I made up earlier. There are so many benefits of using this method. You can save a lot of money. It improves the nutrient density, the drainage, better plant growth, encourages a strong root system, and you can capture a lot of carbon. But that's just a few. So lastly, I put back the top layer of soil that I dug out before putting a layer of cardboard ready for a top layer of mulch. This will act as a weed barrier and it will help with moisture retention, and eventually as it breaks down it will turn back to the earth in the form of food. Now that I have done this, I will never have to do it again here. I will just build layers of compost mulch on top as all the organic matter decomposes and slowly sinks down. Remember, this is just what works for me. You do your own research and find out what works for you. Thank you for joining me here today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, please give me a wee thumbs up and consider subscribing. But for now, take care of yourself and others, and I will see you in the next video.